Hello guys, and welcome to episode 12 of my Endless Legend playthrough, playing as the Forgotten. And today we're making a lot of progress, or at least I hope we are. We are going to be taking the last two settlements, or three settlements, from the necrophages. And from that we're going to grow very, very strong. Currently we're content as well with our empire approval, so that's pretty awesome. It will probably go down to unhappy once we take the rest of these settlements, but we're doing really well for now. Either way, let's have a look at some of our decisions or notifications. Infiltration level 2 reached for our hero. We can now assimilate the Geldrius, or Geldrius, I think they're called. And pretty much what we're doing is waiting for these dust depositories to finish. And then we can put all our population into dust. And that will serve us very nicely. So I'm currently waiting for the 5 glass steel in order to create the dust depository at Am. We can actually upgrade these assassins, so I'm going to do that. And they will become a lot stronger because of that. They now have 187 health, which is okay. So let's end the turn after telling Am to create a dye extractor. So it looks like we might have dye and spices available to us in abundance, which will be good. Especially if Adican builds the dye building just here. The dye extractor, sorry. Looks like we've already got it, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the next turn. We're waiting for the winter to finish. Once it does, we will be flooded with dust, which will be awesome. So let's go ahead and get the siege going on the next settlement here. I'll probably siege both of them, to be honest. My predators will be able to handle themselves quite easily. And we can actually bring this assassin up to help us out as well. We can retrofit him with our extra cash. And that is everything. So if you're wondering why I'm not improving my technology with the dust I currently have, that's because what I want to do is kind of save dust to get technology from now on, because I'm just going to be stealing it from the vaulters. Although, one thing that I do need to do now is not necessarily get public works, but get the shipyard. And what's mine is probably worth getting sooner than later, so we're going to research that in order to give us more security in our settlements, because currently we are being infiltrated quite heavily by the other nations, and we don't want that to happen. We can search that ruin. A hero-led army. Okay, what I'm going to do then is assign Zaima next turn to that army, and we will search that temple ruins. I think I'll actually follow up on that quest. So, third builder Gula Yawa has been captured. That's not good. And now we're having our population decreased in Hamara. So let's do a roundup there. 4 turns until that's complete. And that roundup was not very nice. But Zaima is now available. So let's assign her. And what I can actually do is take her to the Hamara ruin now with this army after we finish this side quest. So I'm going to siege that, and we're going to siege Salamar as well. So how do I negotiate? Do I have to talk to them in the diplomacy screen? So I can take her back for 90 influence. And they are not going to accept that. So did that cost me just to make the offer? Oh well, we'll just wait until the automatic liberation then. That will be 30 turns, my lord. That is quite bad. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is get Zaima to do the side quest, get her major quest finished, and then we can think about putting her in the settlement as well. That's quite annoying that that roundup was successful. So we finished some buildings. Let's get the dust depository here. And we will build that sooner than later. We'll make sure all the population goes to production. Here I might just let those watchtowers be finished. Or maybe not. Let's just move across. And I don't think they're going to take very long. Yeah, that will improve our dust quite significantly. Nice. So this assassin now is going to go with Zaima and explore those ruins to get the gold. And if we do get that gold, I think we will be able to activate the booster as well. So that should be good. So we're just going to skip a few turns. And 30 gold is ours, which means we can activate the gold booster. Which is very important, actually. So now the next one, where do we have to go? I didn't check. There it is. So it might be worth dropping the siege soon and just continuing with the quest there. But in the meantime, I think we'll head towards Avarelia with that army. And the winter is continuing, which is annoying. But let's break off that siege, assign Zaima, and get the next part of that quest done. Now this assassin can move towards the next part of that objective. And we can start sieging this settlement again. Nice. So considering the Volters came from this direction, I think they're probably down here somewhere in this fog. So what I might do is complete this shipyard and get one of these Predators to go and have an explore. Although, that's probably not the best idea. Because assassins are a lot more effective at exploring. So let's create a new army with this one, retrofit it to get the extra movement, and then we can go onto the water with him. Yeah, that would be a lot quicker. So it looks like the quickest way of getting technologies from other nations would be to infiltrate a settlement until we can steal the technology and then change settlement so that we don't get affected by the roundup. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. I think that's why we haven't been catching their spies, because that's what they do. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Learn from others is something that I want to get my hands on, so I might actually research that, because that is a research that is unique to our nation, so we can't steal that from anyone, so we may as well get it ourselves. The other thing I could do is get this called Data Sanctuary, which will give us minus 100% infiltration cost on Empire during winter season. It will also increase our prediction for the winter as well, which will help us out a lot. Like, knowing how many more turns you're going to have to be in winter is incredibly useful, because then you can sort of plan for it. So a unit has leveled up, and Empire plan in 6 turns. We didn't find any spies, of course. I'm not sure how many turns it is until we can reassign our hero. 2 turns. But then we will explore that ruin and continue the next part of that side quest, which will give us more Moonleaf. Although we can already get that booster, so I'm going to get it, because that will increase our Empire approval value quite significantly. So 1 turn until Galarath has finished the dust depository, which is good. And it looks like here in Rallian we have completed the dust depository, so we're going to shift my population. Wonderful. Let's get this assassin to continue exploring. I love the look of their sea vessels. That is very cool. It's sort of like a catamaran, but a bit bigger. Amara will lose population next turn. That's not good. Should probably get some food going there to stop that from happening. And we'll continue on to the next turn. Looks like Salamar has finally reached 0 fortification, which means their units will slowly start to die. And we have completed the dust depository, so let's shift all that over to production. And at Rallian we finished the Glory of Empire, which is nice. And soon we'll be able to assign that hero in the next turn. Currently we're saving for our technology. Ursay will lose population. Okay, best fix that as well. There we go. This winter is taking its toll. And just as I say that, the winter ends. How glorious. Some suspect a curse from an angry god of love, as those wounded in battle can no longer heal themselves. Minus 100% regeneration on units. That is pretty ridiculous. I do not like the sound of that. Now, one thing that I mustn't forget to do is explore these ruins down here, because I actually haven't already. And if I can, we also need to like assimilate more settlements. If there's any I'm missing. But this assassin, he can make a lot of ground now. We have discovered a different nation, purple. Okay, surprising. Did not expect to meet them. So that's ready to fight that and just kill off this Necrodrone nice and quickly. Make sure we're in 3-tile range to attack that. And we will take out the Necrodrone first. And then the other units second to that. So I have a feeling it's going to be very frustrating that units can't actually heal. Because if we take a lot of damage, then that's going to sort of impede our ability to continue the attack onto the necrophages. Wow. That hurt. Looks like the militia might finish off this Necrodrone. Just a little stabberoo, and that unit is dead. Now let's move on to attacking these militia. No idea what my predators are doing. Why they moved back, I have no idea. Zaima is knocked out. Fortunately has last stand, I think. At least I hope she does. And that is the last militia dead. So that poison, incredibly frustrating. Just does damage for no reason. And yeah, last stand. Brilliant. So our hero is still alive. We're going to attack that and take it over. And this is a very strange settlement. It's in a terrible position. Because you have like no room to expand. That's really weird. No idea why the AI put them there. But either way, let's build this central market sooner than later, and we will work on the other things that we can. Okay, that is everything. And what we want to do, get these guys onto production, and that should help us out quite a bit. So here we have finished the dust depository, so let's switch the population. Still waiting for the dust depository there. And we've finished it there already. At Hamara, we finished it, but we don't have much population, so I'm tempted to just like build the population up there a little bit. So we'll probably do that first. At Galarath we're already getting dust. All these settlements are already done. At Carrid, 22 turns. We probably need to move this population off dust and onto production to make sure that finishes sooner than later. And all is well in the Empire. Fantastic. So, we will continue this siege just here. And what I might do is actually pillage this watchtower to get some health back for those units. If that's what it gives me every time. That's what I'm assuming. Anyway, let's get Zaima to jump across to this army and complete the side quests. 25 palladium we got for that. And the last one is up there. So we might be able to reach that in time. I'm not sure how many turns we have left in order to complete that quest. Let's just have another look. 8 turns. We have more than enough time. So that's fine. We'll move on to the next turn. And having 912 dust income per turn is very nice. So we've kind of sorted ourselves out now. So some of our cities are even happy, which is wonderful. Am is soon going to finish the dust depository, which gives us even more dust. So let's pillage this watchtower. Get that assassin to move towards that ruin. And we'll move on to the next turn again. Seems as though they haven't dealt with the roaming armies here. So we are going to have to deal with those. Dust depository finished in Am. And the looting gave us 160 life. Nice. Just as planned. So let's now move this population over to dust. And we have 1k influence as well. Let's get this Cordata Sanctuary. And next we will get the Learn from Others. And if we look at our score now, we are second now. In comparison to the last time I looked at it, I think we were like 4th or 5th. So that's really good. This light green fella though, with 1,531 score, that's not very nice. We might have to deal with that. But at the moment, just having all this dust coming in and being able to get these technologies really quickly, and then we will also be able to get loads of mercenaries, loads of extra heroes, and we can just go mad with stealing technology. That is the plan. So let's have a quick explore with this assassin. And then unfortunately it has been my time. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. We are definitely making a ton of progress. We will take Aramon probably in the next episode, and then we can head towards Mahelan to wipe out the necrophages once and for all, which is wonderful. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.